What is going on, good people? What you got, Philip, man? I am here, man. I am here. Want to jump on here and just chop it up with you here on the runway, your place to take off and land in your purpose. Hope everything is going well for you today. So I wanted to jump on here because I had a question. Question came to me in my DMs today, and the question was this. It says Philip. It said, how do you keep believing when you're not seeing anything happen? And honestly, I thought that was an amazing question. So I want to jump on here today because, I was like, since it's an amazing question, I think it would be a great question to talk about here on the runway. What's going on, family? Ray and Tasha Hollis down there in Middle Georgia, my people, my family. I see y'all. So we want to jump in here today and just talk about this. Why? Well, here's the reality. I don't know, unless you've been under a rock someplace, maybe you've never experienced this before, but I truly believe that we've all experienced, this thing, right? It's this phenomenon where we're trying to do something, we're trying to achieve a goal, and honestly, in trying to achieve that goal, it doesn't seem like it's working. It doesn't seem like it's happening. And honestly, if we're truthful with ourselves, it can bring about a whole bunch of frustration, right? It can make you quit. It can make you question yourself, your skills, your talents, your abilities. It can do all of those things. And the truth of the matter is, none of those things are a good thing. So I want to jump on here today and just kind of chop it up, because there might be some people that I'm speaking to, that I'm talking to right now, who are in that place to where you're working and you're doing everything that you know how to do, and for whatever reason, things just don't seem to be working for you. And honestly, I wanted to get on here today and encourage you, because we've all gone through it. And the thing that you can't do, hear me out very clear. The thing that you cannot do in your journey is quit or stop. Because what you don't know is that you are so close to achieving the goal. If you would just go just a little further, just push just a little harder, just keep on working just a little bit more, you would get there. And then you'd be like, oh my gosh, I made it here. Yes, you will. The problem is this: the reason that you haven't made it thus far is because you keep on quitting. You keep on stopping. And that right there, you stopping is the enemy to you achieving your goals. Let me say that again. You stopping is the enemy to you achieving your goal. That's why you haven't made it so far, because you keep on stopping. It's almost, and I was talking to this person. I said, stop playing peekaboo with your future. You gotta think about that. You're over there like peekaboo, like literally you're playing peekaboo with the person that you're trying to be, with the goal that you're trying to get to, with the business that you're trying to start. You're playing peekaboo. And when I say peekaboo, it's almost like you keep on looking back to that thing that you came from, right? There's nothing for you there. There's a reason that you're on the journey. There's a reason that, the vision and the thought came to you. There's a reason for all that. So instead of playing peekaboo with your past, let's continue and lock in and stay focused on our destiny, on our future, on the thing that is truly for us. Absolutely. So I just want to give you 3 things today to push you. 3 things today to motivate you, 3 things today to help you out, because I truly do believe like if we can just stay locked in, if we can just keep on pushing, you're going to get there. You're going to get there, but you can't quit. You can't quit. So the first thing I want you to do, I want you to remain patient and trust that what you're hoping for is eventually going to come to pass. Let me say it again. Remain patient and trust, right? Believe that thing that you're hoping for, it's going to come to fruition, but you got to believe it. Right. And you got to be patient in that thing. I know all of us, we want it to happen like right now. Boom. It's like you see something, you're like, I want it now. I want it now. And I understand. But the reality is that you got to be patient. See, the patience is taking you on a journey to take you to a process so that you can keep the thing that you get. If you get the thing too immediate, you're not going to be able to retain the thing that you get. It'll literally be like sand coming through your hands. So the process will ensure that you're able to keep it. Oh, you got to catch that right there, right? The process is the thing that purifies you, that burns off all the nastiness and the filth, that burns off all the stinking thinking, that burns off all the things that would prevent you from being able to keep and retain that thing. So you gotta go through that process. That process is really helping you. So be patient, right? You got to know, like, as you're in the process, you got to begin even speaking to yourself in the process and say, you know what, self? Hey, listen, I'm growing through some things right now, and it's going to be good for me. I've already seen the vision. You've already seen the future. But in seeing the future, you have to allow that vision right there to keep pushing you, to keep molding you, to keep, doing this. Go, go, go. That's what the vision is going to be able to do for you. That's why it's important to write it down. That's why it's important to have it in front of your face. That's why it's important that everywhere you go, you got to be able to see it. That's why it's important to be around a good circle of people who are going to support you in that vision. Quit being around and stop being around people who are trying to kill your vision and trying to get you to commit suicide to the vision. Yeah, get from around them people ASAP. Because they're not good for you. They're not good for the vision. They're not good for the future, right? So get in a community of people who believe like you believe. Get in a community of people who can speak life even when you feel like quitting. They can be like, brother, sister, it's not the time to quit. It's time to get up and keep on moving. So you got to remain patient, and you got to trust that the thing that you're hoping for, it's going to come to fruition. When it's time. When you've worked through all the mess to be able to hold and retain that thing. So be patient, know that it's coming. The second thing you got to do, you got to understand that the journey is a part of you achieving the goal. And I'm going to say this, many times the journey that you are on is just as important as the destination, right? Why? Because I just told you, in the journey is when you're being purified. In the journey is when your mind is getting focused. In the journey is where literally you're being given the tools that you need to be able to retain the thing. All of that happens in the journey. Have you ever seen people or heard of people, or maybe you've gone and you've seen stories about people who get quick money, right? People who like win the lotto or something like that, and they never had to go through a process. Well, you know what happens with people who get something really quick? They lose it just as quick as they got it, right? Like, we ask questions, we're like, how in the world can you win $50 million and be broke? Because you didn't go through anything to learn how to keep the thing that you got. And if you don't go through something to teach you how to keep what you got, you will lose it very, very, very quickly. And you don't want to do that. So know and understand that the process that you're going through, that journey that you're going through, it is helping you and building you to get you to a place where you can keep the thing that you're being given, because you do want to keep it. You don't want to like, get it and it be gone, right? You don't want to be that Ida person, right? You all do know Ida, right? I know y'all know Ida, right? Ida is the person who always says, I'd have been this had it not been for that. I'd have been the man, but if it wasn't for this, I'd have been that person over here if it wasn't for. You don't want to be Ida. You don't want to be that person right there. So understand that you got to appreciate the journey, because it's on the journey. That's the thing that's refining you, and it's helping you to be able to keep it. Now, listen, while you're on the journey, don't. I mean, yes, we want to be locked in, but look a little bit. See what's out there. Enjoy the journey. Smell the roses. You got to enjoy the journey, because it's a reason that you're on it. You don't want to be on the journey and be like, what was that? What just happened? No, enjoy it. That's why you're on it in the first place. So again, I told you the first thing, I want you to remain patient, remain patient because it's going to come to pass on its own time. Remain patient. Second thing that I told you was understand that the journey is part of you achieving the goal. The journey is a part of you achieving the goal. So you got to be patient, but you got to enjoy that journey. Look to the right, look to the left. The third thing is this. You always have to be taking action towards the goal. Listen, let me ask you a question. What action are you taking today that's going to help you to get towards your goal? What action are you taking? If you can't specifically tell me what action you're taking today to get to your goal, then you're not taking action to get to your goal. You're leaving your goal to happenstance. And leaving your goal to happenstance is just like playing paper, rock, scissors. There's no strategy in that, right? You don't want to play paper, rock, scissors with your future, with your destiny. You want to be intentional about it. So what action are you taking today to get towards your goal? Remember and understand that little wins, LVs, little victories add up to bigger victories, right? Little victories add up to bigger victories. So if you can just get a little victory today and a little victory tomorrow and a little victory on the next day, those smaller victories will add up to bigger victories. So you have to be intentional about the action that you are going to take. So what action are you going to take today that's going to help you to get where you want to be tomorrow? Now listen, while you're taking that action, I just want to be not necessarily the bearer of bad news, but somebody got to tell you this, right? While you are on the journey, you're going to have setbacks. But a setback does not mean that you should quit. Let me say it again. A setback does not mean that you should quit. No one understands that setbacks are part of the process. It just is what it is. So if a setback is a part of the process, even when you have been set back, just know that the show is not over. That just means that you got to look for another LV. Where's the next little victory? Where's the next little victory? Because that little victory will continue to add and make other victories, right? Your setback is just part of the learning process. Your setback is just part of the process that's refining you and getting that stuff out of you. That setback is the thing that you see. If you learn it now, if you learn the setback now, when you get what you want, you won't need to learn that same thing. And if you don't need to learn it then, that means you can keep it and retain it. So no one understand that you got to take action, but while you're taking action, there are going to be setbacks that happen and that will occur. But we have to know and understand that the setbacks can't stop you, right? I say this all the time. The setback, right, is just really a setup for a comeback. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's just a setup for a comeback. So go ahead and be the greatest comeback story that you know, and go ahead and come on back and keep coming back, right? Keep coming back. Because it's hard to stop somebody who don't want to quit. It's hard to stop somebody who will never quit. It's hard to stop somebody who keeps on bouncing back. See, I'm hoping that's you. Because if you can be patient, if you can understand the journey and understand the goals of the journey and where you're going, if you can keep on taking action and pressing forward, that thing that you desire, that goal that you have, you will get there. But you can't quit. Listen, my friends, today is not the day to quit. Today is the day to put your head down, to find a little victory that you can achieve and achieve that thing with the quickness. So that, my friends, is, hey, that's what I wanted to talk with you about today. That's what I wanted to talk about today here on the runway, because the reality is, if we can just get on the runway, and while we're on the runway, know that the takeoff is coming, we can get where we're going. So no one understand that the takeoff is coming, y'all. And that's all I got for you today, man. It's your guy, Philip Edge. Do me a favor, if you like this, if you like the runway, do me a favor, go ahead and share it out with somebody. Let somebody know what's going on, man. Because you never know how a simple share by you, that could change somebody's life. So go ahead and change somebody's life today while you're changing yours. It's your guy, Philip Edge, man. We are out of this place. The Runway. We'll holler. Peace.